this thing that we do at my church. So I'm going to say something, you guys repeat it back to me, okay? My faith is not fragile.
My faith is not fragile.
My faith is not weak.
My faith is not weak.
My faith gets stronger.
My faith gets stronger.
Every time I speak.
Every time I speak.
My faith is not fragile.
My faith is not fragile.
My faith is not weak.
My faith is not weak.
My faith gets stronger.
My faith gets stronger.
Every time I speak.
Every time I speak.
If you believe it, if you write it down, if you speak it, and you work towards it, it's yours, baby girl. Y'all got this. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I'm Loren LoRosa once again, a brown girl on her grind.
I just am like really thankful. I think I'm thankful every year though. Even there's no year where I look back and be like every single year God be like, you think you're going through this? All right, I'm gonna show out over here.
So we're traveling to another island.
Yeah, we're traveling from right now. So we're in Turks and Caicos right now. We're about to travel over to Grand Turks, which is the capital. I believe he said it was the capital. That is where the high school is at, but you can't. I asked him like, could we do a boat? It sounded like a small local plane, and he was like, you can, but it's not gonna be a comfortable boat ride. It's better to do a local flight. So we're basically doing a local flight. I was gonna try and compare it to something in the States, but I don't even know. Maybe it's like flying from like New York to DC.
For greatness, but did you imagine it to this capacity?
No. I didn't know. I knew. I think my family's very non-traditional as well too. So like, you know, my family, like I've seen people like become performers, and you know, like my mom, I've never even seen her work a job. She's been an entrepreneur my whole life, owning property. So like I didn't grow up normally, even though it was normal. Like I used to remember, I remember like feeling like, why don't my mom ever go to work? Like, but the whole time, you know, like the buildings that we had, like that was work for her. And then she also was a designer, so like in my house, you know, I might see my mom designing and cutting tile, and go upstairs and there's all her fabrics and her sketchbooks. And like I remember when I first started trying to teach myself how to sketch, she would like, you know, walk me through that. So like that was normal in my house. Then we would go to New York and see my family. She would take us to plays on Broadway. So it was like normal. I can't really describe it. So then it was like when I went outside of my house and then I went to school where people are like, their version of normal, it's like, girl, why you doing all that? Like, you a piano, you this, you that. It's like, do you really need to do all that? Especially, you know, when you first become a teenager, it's like, you want to do what's cool. Like, I wanted to hang out with my friends, and I was doing that. I was hanging out, I was going skating, I was doing all that stuff too. But I do know that, like, I used to always be like, oh, mom, why I always gotta be doing all this stuff? But I enjoyed it, so I just did it. I didn't know what it was setting me up for, because I knew I honestly just thought that I was gonna model. Like, I was like, I just want to model, own properties like my mom, and you know, just become like a big model. So I thought that all of that was making it easier for me to do that, like walking in front of people, speaking in front of people. You know, models don't really talk, but I didn't really know. Like I didn't have a plan. I just knew. It's weird. Like this literally, you know how like your mom's a doctor, so you become a doctor. This is like, I knew I was going to be doing something. I didn't really, what I thought was going to be happening was the propeller of all of this. I don't know if I'm even making sense, but I just knew. Like, I've always been like, all right, bet if I get a regular job, it's going to be to fund my modeling career. That's always been my, you know what I mean? Like, I went to school for my investment in my modeling career. Like, I'm going to get a marketing degree, get a good job, then I'll be able to afford my headshots, apply to auditions. Like, I just always been like this, you know? It's been, yeah.
More questions? Okay, more questions like this? I saw her hand first and then I'll come to you, okay? Alrighty. So your name, your grade, and then your question.
My name is Samaria and I am in 7th grade. And my question is, what are some challenges you faced during your journey?
We was just talking about this a couple days ago because my birthday's tomorrow, and I was just reflecting. Oh yeah, y'all, my birthday tomorrow. But I was just reflecting, and I was just, you know, I remember when we first found out that my mom had cancer. You know, I'm the oldest kid. You know, oldest daughters in the room. Who's the oldest kid in their family? Yeah. So you guys know it's a different responsibility, right? So as the oldest kid, when I found that out, I was on TV at the time. I'm in LA, and Miss Sierra will tell y'all, when you get on television, especially you're in a #1 market, which means people really, really pay attention to that location, like Los Angeles, you ain't trying to not be on TV no more, because out of sight is out of mind. But my mom needed me, right? She stage 4 cancer, which means that it was moving throughout her body, but we caught certain things early, so she was able to be okay. But I had to take a step back. I had to completely get off social media. I had to leave my job for a few months at TMZ. I thought it was over for me, y'all.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. We are getting dressed. It is 7:39. I'm supposed to be leaving this house at 8 o'clock, so we're about to see if I can get this done. We have a private, not private, but like a small local flight to Grand Turks, which is another island here, which is where I'll be speaking at a high school. I was listening to Breakfast Club right now. They have Telfar on. I'm so sad I wasn't there for that. I love Telfar. Honey, I've been buying Telfar since before the pandemic, before the girls knew, okay? But I was having a dilemma. I was trying to figure out what to wear. I really want to wear the Bronco Ground and Jersey dress, but the only pumps that I have are like thick stripper heels, and I feel like with the dress, because it's small, it's going to be short. With those pumps, it's just a lot to be going into a high school to speak to 12 to 17-year-olds. So I think I'm going to do another black designer. I think I'm going to do this by Samantha B. And then I can wear the pumps because this is a bit more like covered, so it won't give, you know what I mean, I'm doing too much. And then I'm going to bring this to change into, because we are going to then tour the island and stuff like that. Yeah, so I just talked to y'all for about 10 minutes. I probably have enough time. Be right back. Got to get my life together.
Hey, how you doing?
you know, you think about that every year going into like a birthday and, you know, New Year, new me, that type of vibe. And for me, honestly, like, I'm at the point where I don't even want to be in control of that. Like, I just want to, God got that. I want to be over here, you know what I mean, staying faithful to that, my belief in that, doing good work, repetitively, consistently, you know, and I think that, you know, he's going to orchestrate all of that. What I've been feeling that is happening and what I've been feeling like he's putting out there in the world for me is that, like, I think people see hard work, they see dedication, they see, you know, resilience, they see what perseverance looks like in real time, they see a living, walking testimony of all the transparency. Man, even when I mess up, like, you know what I mean, like, it's just like I'm doing it in front of the world. And I think that people also, you know, I'm hoping, because what I feel like I'm watching happen is people realize that, like, nobody gonna have it all figured out whatsoever. Like, every single day I'm like mismanaging a schedule, having to apologize for things, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time I'm consistently like working to be better. So I'm letting God orchestrate all that, and I'm just putting fair on, doing my makeup, putting a little gloss on, and getting to work while he's doing that, you know. That's where I'm at with it.
She really just be coming out of nowhere.
You know, so that's why, like, she was asking me, like, you know, going into this stuff, like, did you know? I didn't know, but God has always been like, I can't describe it. It's just always been like green.